Hello there, my chickadees! How are you? Well, it is almost Halloween, and Kaylin, she's getting ready to go get her costume. Have you gotten your costume? Oh, and we gotta go pick pumpkins. We're gonna go get the pumpkins. Right, Kaylin?
We already picked pumpkins, remember?
Oh, right, I forgot. We did. Not everybody got their pumpkin. Yeah, the magic egg. What's happening today in our magic egg? There is. Oh, see, we're out of time getting new babies here on the farm. More little chickadees. We get more little chickadees. A new chickadee. A new little chickadee to view our show.
Mr. Worry.
Oh, and Mr. Worry is going to be our story time.
Oh, by the way.
I bet he's worried because it's Halloween. It's scary. It's scary. I'd be worried. I'm worried. I don't want no ghosts.
Oh, your baby's getting mad.
It is. Oh, here, go take care of her.
Here.
Oh, I like it.
That's a flower for you because you gave birth
Oh.
to another.
Oh, it smells pretty. It smells really pretty.
Hey.
I like it.
It's happy when I'm around.
Well, of course, everybody's happy when you're around. I'm happy when you're around.
Because I love Mother Nature.
Yeah, and you love the chickens. I'm a chicken. We're good to chickens.
What?
You're good to the chickens. Bark, bark.
Now let's get ready to read the book. Hey, you can't forget about the book.
Oh, no, sure can't. Got Mr. Worried. He's probably worried. He's probably worried I'm going to forget, like Mr. Forgetful. Gonna forget about Mr. Worry. He's probably worried. He's more worried about Halloween. And it's scary. It's scary.
Let's just go ahead and read it.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do it.
Look behind you, Clucki.
Oh, it looks creepy out here. I think there's ghosts. Look at this. And the moon. I think there's ghosts. It's almost Halloween. I think there's ghosts. There's ghosts coming now. It's like Halloween, Kaylin. Do you know what that means? That's Halloween. We go trick or treat. There's all kinds of, there could be ghosts. Look at it. It looks like there's ghosts. It's scary. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared of ghosts. I don't want to see a ghost. Oh, I don't want to see ghosts.
And if it's a full moon, then that's when ghosts come out.
Oh, that's scary. I don't want to see ghosts.
And you'll have to get some treats, so you'll have to see ghosts.
Oh, book.
I know.
Book. I don't want to do that.
I spy with my
I want to see ghosts.
I spy with my little eyes something white.
Oh, there's going to be Halloween. It's trick or treat. And there's all kinds of, oh, it can be scary.
Hug.
Oh, yes, a hug, because I get scared. Oh, cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-cock. Well, cock-a-doodle-doo. How are you, chicklets? Are you ready to hear about Mr. Worry and what he is worried about? I am. I'm wondering about this. Mr. Worry by Roger Hargreaves. Poor Mr. Worry. Whatever happened, he worried about it. If it rained, he worried that his roof was going to leak. Oh, cluck, 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 cluck. Ah, I hope he didn't have a leaky roof. Oh, cluck, 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 cluck. If it didn't rain, he worried that all the plants in his garden were going to die. Oh, that would be sad. I wouldn't want no plants to die. I like plants. Some plants are really delicious to eat. If he set off shopping, he worried that the shops would be shut when he got there. And when the shops weren't shut down, when he got there, he worried that he was spending too much money shopping. Oh, shopping's fun. I like to shop. Do you like to shop? Cluck, 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 cluck. And when he got home with his shopping, he worried that he left something behind, or that something had fallen out of his basket on the way home. Oh, that would be scary. Oh, cluck, cluck. And when he got home and discovered that he hadn't left anything behind and that nothing had fallen out of his basket on the way home, he worried he had bought too much. And then he worried where to put it all. Life was just one long worry for poor Mr. Worry. Oh, cluck, 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 cluck. I wouldn't worry that much. Oh, cluck, cluck, cluck. Poor Mr. Worry, huh? One day he went for a walk. He was worried that he might walk too far and not be able to get home. But on the other hand, he was worried that if he didn't walk far enough, he wouldn't get enough exercise. He hurried along worrying, or you could say he worried along hurrying. He met Mr. Bump. "I'm very worried about you," he said. "Oh, Mr. Bump, I think we're all worried about Mr. Bump because he just gets hurt all the time. He just bumps into stuff." Look. "Why is that?" asked Mr. Bump. "I'm worried that one of these days you might hurt yourself," he said. "Don't you worry your head about that," replied Mr. Bump, and went off, tripping over his own feet. Mr. Worry went on. He met Mr. Noisy. "I'm very worried about you," he said. "Oh boy, Mr. Noisy, he makes a lot of noise." Look. "Why is that?" asked Mr. Noisy. "I'm worried that you might lose your voice," said Mr. Worry. "Don't you worry your head about that," said Mr. Noisy, and went off. Clump, clump, clump. Mr. Worry went on. "Boy, he's got some big clumpy feet, doesn't he?" He met Mr. Greedy. "I'm worried about you," he said. "Oh yeah, Mr. Greedy. Mr. Greedy likes to eat, doesn't he?" "Oh, cook. I like to eat. Yum, food's yummy. Oh, cook. "Why is that?" asked Mr. Greedy. "I'm worried that you might eat too much and be sick," explained Mr. Worry. "Me?" replied Mr. Greedy. "Eat too much? Impossible," and went off for lunch. Mr. Worry went on. He met a wizard. "Hello," said the wizard. "Who are you?" "I'm Mr. Worry." "And you look it," commented the wizard. "Tell you what," he went on, for he was a helpful sort of wizard. "Why don't you go home and write down every single thing you are worried about, and I'll make sure none of these things ever happens." Oh, cook. He smiled, and then you won't have anything to worry about, will you? Mr. Worry smiled. It was the first time he had smiled in a long time. In fact, it was the first time he smiled that year. He hurried home to get great excitement. "Oh, look, he's all excited. He has nothing to worry about now, and Mr. Wizard took care of it all. He's going to take all of his worries away." When he got home, he sat down to write out all the things that worried him. Every single thing. It was a long list. And then he went to bed and had the best night's sleep he had in years. Oh, cook. The following morning, the wizard came round to collect Mr. Worry's list. "Oh, my goodness me," he said when he saw the size of it. "However," he said, "leave it to me. I'll go off and make sure none of these things ever happens." And off he went. Nothing to worry about now, he called over his shoulder. Nothing at all. Mr. Worry heaved a sigh of relief. Oh, that would be nice to have a wizard come around and take all your worries away. That day was the first day in Mr. Worry's life that he didn't have a single thing to worry about. And the next day, and the day after, and the day after that, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Mr. Worry didn't have a care in the world. But on Monday morning, he was a worried man. Oh dear, what do you think he was worrying him? Can you guess? He went to see the wizard. Oh dear, said the wizard when he saw him standing on his doorstep. What's worrying you? I'll tell you, said Mr. Worry. Oh my goodness, what could he possibly be worried about? All the worries are gone. Oh, look. I'm worried because I don't have anything to worry about. And he went home to worry about not having anything to worry about. That's funny. He's going to worry over nothing. Mr. Worry, I'll tell you. He worries us. I hope you enjoyed the books, you little chickadees. I'll see you next time for Story Time with Clucki.